Hi, I'm Rick Dior, and welcome back to my N.A.R.D playthrough series. Today we're going to be playing all the solos from page 12. This solo in particular, called Contest Solo for Snare Drum, is very, very tricky. It needs to be played at a slower tempo because of these squeezed rolls here on lines 2 and 3. So when you play these, you need to use lots of wrist. You have to muscle through it. There's no relaxation here because it's so fast. If the rolls were changed and those fives were made into drags, you could do this a lot quicker, like 110 or so. But for now, we're doing it at quarter note equals 90. Now I'll play it for you again slower at quarter note equals 80, which is somewhat tricky because of the slow tempo. But try to pay attention when I get to the roll section, how I'm alternating my hands from left to right. 1, 2, 1, 2. So you can play those flams a little more open when you play it this slow. And that's a good thing to practice this slow. It takes a lot of control. But you see there how I'm playing those rolls hand to hand. That helps rather than doing them with the same hand. So I'm still trying to play them open. I'm not closing them. If closed, they would sound like this. And that doesn't really fit in with the rudimental style. So once again, like this. All right. So next we come to 6/8 solo. And this one, again, has some tricky little stickings as well as a tempo issue. So I do this one at dotted quarter note equals 90. And again, this is 6/8. So we'll put on the triplet subdivision. 1, 2, 1, 2. Once again, very, very awkward, tricky. So for this one, you're going to need to bounce that triplet there. Anytime you see that figure, really let those singles bounce. That's a good thing to practice, left to right singles bouncing. These 7-stroke rolls need to be squeezed like this. 1, 2. Whereas the 11s are played more in the triplet feel. So it's really interesting writing. Rudy must have had some pretty good chops because some of these stickings are tricky as well, especially that second line, if you look at that. So that's extremely difficult. So play this one slow, and we'll do that for you now at dotted quarter equals 80. 1, 2, 1, 2. pretty challenging that slow. Now you'll notice that I put a little bit of an accent on these rolls when I start them. You don't have to do that. You can do it like this. Either way. Sometimes with the phrasing, it makes it feel a little better there. So once again, a challenging piece to work on fast and slow. And finally, we have the last one on this page called the Starter 6/8. And this one's pretty straightforward, although there's lots of flams. So try to get those to sound consistent. We'll start with that at dotted quarter equals 120. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now there is a typo in this solo. I believe it's a typo. It's line 2, the first bar. That last eighth note should be a flam. Since everything else is, I would think that would be the case. And in this book, there's several typos with flams and also rolls that are not tied. And I'll point those out as we get to them. So let's play this one slow for you at dotted quarter equals 100. And we'll put on the triplet subdivision. 1, 2, 1, 2. So once again, as in the previous pieces, I'm bouncing a lot like this. Okay, so try to do that at all tempos. So I hope you enjoyed this page. We'll be back next time with page 13.